Did you know that the amount of weight a horse can carry can determine its health, performance, and even its longevity? Many people believe that because horses are strong, they can handle almost any load. But the truth is that a horse's body has very specific limits, and going beyond them can cause serious damage. Even the signs don't appear right away. Today, we'll understand in a clear, science-based way how much weight a horse can really carry, what factors influence this capacity, and how you can tell if your horse is being overloaded. And at the end, I'll reveal a golden rule used by military units and researchers worldwide to calculate the ideal carrying limit for any horse. Before we talk numbers, it's important to understand how a horse actually supports weight. When a rider mounts up, the load isn't distributed evenly. Most of it is absorbed by the back, especially the area between the withers and the start of the croup. In that region, a network of muscles, tendons, and ligaments acts as the horse's natural suspension system. Unlike humans, a horse's spine isn't supported by vertical bones. It relies on muscular and ligamentous structures designed for flexibility and motion, not for static or excessive weight. That's why saddle fit, the rider's balance, and even how the rider moves during each stride can greatly influence the horse's comfort and safety. Research from institutions like the U.S. Cavalry, Texas A&M University, and the British Horse Society shows that a healthy, fit horse can safely carry between 15% and 20% of its own body weight, including the rider's saddle and all tack. For example, a horse weighing 500 kilograms, which is about 1,100 pounds, can carry between 75 and 100 kilograms, roughly 165 to 220 pounds in total. But this is only a guideline. The real number depends on the horse's breed, age, body condition, bone structure, and the type of activity. A racehorse, for instance, can carry less weight than a patrol or ranch horse of the same size. Why? Because the physical demands are completely different. Racing involves explosive bursts of effort, while patrol work requires sustained endurance. Not all breeds are built the same. The quarter horse, for example, is famous for its compact, muscular body and short back, traits that make it an excellent saddle and working horse with impressive carrying ability. The thoroughbred, on the other hand, has a leaner, lighter build, perfect for speed, but not for carrying heavy loads over long distances. Draft breeds such as the Percheron and Clydesdale can handle more weight, but even they have physiological limits. Conditioning also plays a key role. A horse that is regularly exercised and has well-developed back and core muscles will naturally handle more weight safely than an unfit or sedentary animal. Just like humans, strength and endurance come from proper training, rest, and balanced nutrition. Several elements influence how much weight a horse can carry comfortably. Age is one of them. Very young horses are still developing their bones and joints and should never be asked to carry heavy loads. Older horses, on the other hand, tend to lose muscle tone and resilience, making them less capable of bearing the same weight they once could. Terrain also matters. A smooth, firm surface allows for much more efficiency than deep sand, slippery mud, or steep hills, which dramatically increase the strain on a horse's muscles and joints. The rider's position and balance are equally important. A centered, relaxed rider helps distribute the load naturally, while a tense or unbalanced one can unintentionally create pressure points that stress the spine. And of course, saddle fit plays a huge role. A poorly fitted saddle can create localized pressure areas, leading to pain, swelling, and muscle atrophy. Even the duration of work is a factor. A horse may safely carry 20% of its weight for a short trail ride, but not for hours on end without rest or hydration. Carrying too much weight can cause serious and sometimes permanent injuries. The most common include muscle atrophy along the back, spinal misalignment, lameness, and joint inflammation, especially in the hind legs. Behavior often changes too. An overloaded horse may refuse to move, trip more frequently, pin its ears, or show irritation at the sight of the saddle. These are not signs of stubbornness. They're the horse's way of saying, "This is too much for me." Ignoring those warnings is one of the most damaging mistakes a rider can make. It can permanently affect both the horse's performance and quality of life. Military studies have long documented how excessive weight impacts equine performance. When horses carry more than 25% of their body weight, researchers observed significant increases in heart rate and body temperature, even during light work. A study from the University of Michigan found that horses carrying 30% of their body weight showed clear changes in gait rhythm, balance, and stride length, signs of physical stress and muscle fatigue. All this evidence confirms that no matter how strong a horse appears, its body has a biological limit. Respecting that limit is an act of understanding and empathy. And here's the golden rule I promised earlier. A horse should never carry more than 20% of its total body weight, including the rider and equipment. But beyond any number, what truly matters is balance. Observe your horse. If it moves smoothly, breathes easily, and remains eager to work, the weight is likely right. If it shows fatigue, stiffness, or reluctance, that's your signal to adjust. A useful tip: check your horse's back after riding. If you see deep saddle marks or uneven sweat patches, that may indicate poor weight distribution or pressure points. In the end, how much weight a horse can carry depends on its structure, conditioning, and working conditions. But beyond calculations and numbers, what truly counts is our awareness. Horses are generous creatures. They often give their all even when tired or sore. Real respect comes not from pushing their limits, but from knowing when to ease the burden and simply say, thank you. If you enjoyed this content, subscribe to Inside Horses, leave a like, and share in the comments. How much total weight does your horse carry? And how do you know it's the right amount? Your experience might help other horse lovers understand their horse's limits and care for them with even greater respect and knowledge.